In this video, I'm going to show you a $5,000 AI agent that is capable of recommending products to users based on the user input and user query. Because guys, we need to understand that when users are coming onto a Shopify store, an Ecom store, they do not know what product they're looking for specifically. They know what problem they have, and it is our job to create an AI agent that is capable of recommending the right product to them and essentially convert them on the site. So here's a quick demonstration of the chatbot working in real time. So for some context, we've built a chatbot for Gorilla Mind based on this Airtable database that we have here. And let's ask it a question and say something like, I am tired all the time and need So now, using the true power of AI, it's going to understand the user query, understand that it's a question, and recommend them a specific product for their needs and catering. As we can see here, guys, none of this has been hard-coded. This is manually fetching it from the database, understanding the user query, and it even tells them, these products are pre-workout supplements that can help boost your energy levels before your workout. And as you can see, it provides a dynamic carousel with the price, flavor, and even if you go and click on purchase, I believe, yep, it takes you to the right link as well. Now let's say something like we're looking for a specific dietary requirement. So I need something that is sugar-free, because that is a general need that a lot of people want these days, right? So we need to understand and make sure that the AI provides them with the right logic, and once again, these are sugar-free, aligned with their dietary preferences, provides them with Gorilla Nitric, and all of these, as entered in the database, are sugar-free. Now let's say something like, I want something to give me more muscle. Let's see how that works. And once again, it recommends them products, it recommends them protein, mass gainer, creatine, and amino acids or something, not sure. But as we can see, once again, it recommends them with something that is relevant to the query they entered, and something that you might not just see in the database that is flagged as a specific category. Now let's say one final try. Something like, I want something that can give me more focus. So ideally, we would want it to prompt them back with nootropics, for example. Let's see if it does that. Yep, there we go. These products are nootropics designed to enhance focus and cognitive function. And as we can see here, it does provide them, gives the flavor as well, gives the price. And guys, the most relevant use case for something like this is to send out as a demo, right? Because a common pain point, a common thing I see in the space is that people build these incredibly sophisticated chatbots, spending hours, 20, 40, 50, 60 hours building a chatbot, sending it to a client, and they don't reply back. And then they're demoralized and they do not like it, right? So building something like this just to show the true capability and showing something that is relevant to the business owner. Because guys, if we have a chatbot that understands the user's issue and the user's problem and we recommend them the right product, we're not just creating a chatbot that, for example, is hard-coded with a specific pipeline and says, oh, this is what we have, blah, 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 blah. We make it that is something that is conversational and that caters to their needs and requirements and problems. So essentially, we're selling them a product, and they're a lot more likely to buy something that actually fixes the problem that they're looking for. For example, someone has low focus, so we provide a nootropic for them to look at. Now, here's the overall logic flow, which I'm going to explain quickly on Voiceflow. So we start over here. Quickly, we have some cards that show this, order status, shop product. So guys, this was actually just created to show the features of the product recommendation. However, you can obviously make it a lot better as shop products. You can add another intent, whatsoever you feel like. So essentially, if there's no match, what it does is it goes to the set AI question and understands through this one, set AI, we're basically classifying and understanding if the user is asking a question or not. If they are asking a question, we create a variable called recom that sets it to yes or no. And if it is yes, it takes us through this logic stream that once we go over here, this is essentially, this entire pipeline over here is the code or the logic for creating a query through Airtable, sending it and getting back data. So as we can look over here, we have product name, we have categories, pre-workout, protein, nootropics, recovery, and fat burning. We have the price, we have flavors, dietary preference, and then we have a link for the image and the product link. So we get we set the Airtable URL, and here's essentially the logic for the Airtable, where we get the number of row responses, because you can change this to whatever number you want. If you want your carousel to show 5, 10, different 15 products, you can change that. Then we have the Airtable formula, and this is something that is probably the most important, where essentially we're prompting and giving the AI a role that you are an expert Airtable generator. We give it the context, we give it rules, we tell it exactly what categories we have under the categories for the supplements and the dietary preference. We tell them exactly what it is, and we give it the rules over here for this is how the query is supposed to look like. Once it understands this, then we send it through the logic flow, where it's just a bunch of if statements. We send the GET request over here to Airtable itself. If it is a fail, API request gone wrong. And essentially, guys, what we do over here is a bit of JavaScript. So the point of the JavaScript is to take the Airtable data and convert it into variables. Variables that we can then put over here as name, price, flavor, and essentially make it a lot more interactive and something that is applicable to real life. So this is the JavaScript code, is something pretty simple. Then we have a bunch of JavaScript statements. The reason we have 4 here is because, as you can see here, we have hard-coded our thing to display 4. So currently this logic prompts us to show 4 responses on the Airtable, or getting 4 responses from the Airtable and showing up to a maximum of 4 products that fit the recommendations and the problems that the users are facing. Once it goes through the Java blocks, essentially all we're doing here is just checking that if a flavor did come in or if a product was recommended. If it wasn't, we go back below and cancel it. And as you can see over here, this is essentially, again, an if statement that if the product count is 1, we go all the way up to here, which is 1, and then we show a single carousel, as you can see over here. What we do over here is we show the image, we show the name of the product, the price, the flavor, and we have a button and a option to purchase. So guys, this is the overall logic, and it's something that is incredibly simple and something that I truly believe that I've gotten clients like this. I've sent demos that are similar to this, but essentially this is what I say the true benefit of this is you're actually leveraging AI's true capabilities by using artificial intelligence to actually understand. Do they have a problem? Are they asking a question? We're classifying then the question. Is it a yes or no? And if it is, then over here, as you can see, we're actually telling it. So this goes more into the role of prompt engineering, where that is another video to break down. But as you can see, we're telling them if it is something that is not listed, just assign a dietary preference or supplement that is the closest to what they're asking for. And then we even give one-shot prompting and a couple of examples for input and output. So for example, do you have a vegan pre-workout? Then the query we send is the category set as pre-workout and the dietary preference set as vegan. And as you can see, here's the Airtable database. Now, if you wanted to make this more sophisticated, what you would do is actually use Make and use a bunch of inbuilt automations. You'd use webhooks, you'd use ChatGPT in the middle to do a lot of this data processing over here. You would probably even use an Airtable GET request, POST request. You could even set up an automation that the moment anyone makes any updates to this database, it calls a trigger to make the webhook, which then makes a trigger all the way to the Airtable. So guys, Having a chatbot like this that is capable of understanding the user input, the user query, and recommending them a specific product based on the dietary requirements, based on what they want to do. I'm tired, I'm lazy, I want more energy, I'm looking for more focus, I want something that will give me more muscle and make me stronger in the gym. We're recommending the exact product that will tailor to their needs and requirements. And not only does that chatbot make it a lot more human-like and conversational, but at the same time, we're also essentially selling the product and increasing lead generation on the website. Because a common way a lot of agency owners and AI people in the AI space, they go on to other businesses and tell them on the sales calls that, we're going to increase your revenue, we're going to save you time, we're going to save you resources, but they don't have the data to back that up. So if you show something like this and deploy it on a website and show that this AI agent is getting more leads and converting them, that's going to be incredibly powerful. And guys, we also need to understand that this AI agent is just a very, very basic demo. But at the same time, it's an excellent demo to go with something that I've done myself, is actually take something like this and shown it to a lot of different people and then created a proper, far-fetched, really, really sophisticated AI agent for them and deployed it on their website. And for any business owners watching this, if you're in the real estate industry, this is incredibly applicable to what you guys do as well. Because, for example, we have people coming in and they're looking at property, right? They just don't want to know the features of the property. They want to know what are the amenities nearby. Or a hotel, for example. Do you guys have a McDonald's? Or they might say on the chatbot something like, I really like going to the gym, but I don't have a car. So does this property, does it have a gym in close proximity? So then what we do is we use something like Make. We integrate Google APIs, bring that in, and then recommend them, yes, we within a 1 mile radius, or for example, within a kilometer radius, within 10 minutes of walking distance, here is XYZ gym, here are the stars, and whatnot. This is something that again we've done ourselves for someone in the real estate industry. And if you're any business owner looking to get into artificial intelligence or trying to understand how can I leverage artificial intelligence to make my business run more smoothly, increase revenue, or save me time whatsoever, I have a link in the description and for a free discovery call where we're essentially going to understand and specifically understand what are the needs of your business, your niche, and what are the common problems that customers are coming in with. And we're going to create an exact automation or AI agent that will handle those very inquiries. So if that's something you're interested in, there's a link in my description for a quick discovery call where we understand, and then we will go on to build a really, really nice system for you guys. I'm also working on 2 really exciting projects. One is for a security company where essentially we're really leveraging Voiceflow's knowledge-based system in a manner that really helps them answer the inquiries that people may have. And once that is built out, I'm probably going to make a video sharing the full exact template of what we built out. And another project we're working on, like I said, is for a hotel where essentially we're using different APIs and make automations to handle user inquiries. Because something that the business owner said on the call is actually that we often have people coming in and they want to know, is there an Italian restaurant nearby? Or what amenities do you have nearby? And not just ask about the hotel and in of itself, like do you have bookings available? Do you have XYZ room available? But they really want to know what places and localities do we have nearby? Do you have, for example, an escape room nearby? So that is when we truly harness the power of automations and AI. And once I do have that built out, probably in a couple of days, I think I can make a video on that as well. So let me know, guys, what you would want to watch next. What do you think? And if you have any questions about the template and how you can use it yourself to reach out to demos, just comment it below.